And the main menu of an Xbox One.
Alright, so we're back.
Hey, hello, welcome to
I guess
today's
I'll start.
edition?
Oh wait, I guess we should start. Getting so much grief about needing to make proper introductions.
I don't know, I'm trying to figure
So-
out a better way to do it. Hello, welcome, because it's not this week's. We don't release one a week. We
Nah.
release like part a day. So
So-
today's playthrough
So,
with me, Nick, and him.
Chris. And so I guess we'll start by saying, yeah, we're back on 360. Yes, we're gonna play a little more GTA 4 because it's sort of our go-to game when we just want to like not really think, but we want to talk about some stuff. And yes, eventually we'll get to playing,
GTA 6.
newer games, like real Let's Players, but for now we're just kind of sticking with our thing where we just kind of play whatever games we want.
Yeah, eventually, when it comes out, I'm definitely going to want to do a thing for Resident Evil 2.
Oh, hell
New
yes.
But,
We are going to play the original Resident Evil 2.
yeah.
Because that's just been-
For when we get the cable to be able to do it, because it's on my PS3, but it's like one of those PlayStation Network, like, oh, here's a classic game things. So I got Resident Evil 2. Still haven't beat it yet. I'll get around to it eventually. But for today, let's dive into
That controller's in the way.
GTA.
Cheers.
Can't tell if is your gain higher than mine?
Might be. Let me
Yeah,
see.
because it looks like yours is picking up a lot more than me.
A little bit.
That'll be too much of a problem.
No, I turned it up when we were doing the stuff with Dylan, then kind of forgot to turn it back down.
Yeah. So we did some stuff with Dylan. Had to get rid of half of it.
Yeah,
It
because
was-
like we said, if anybody's watched that video and listened to it, you hear that we're kind of scolding a dog half the time. Well, at some point in his little shenanigans, he actually... Oh, yeah, it's going to automatically do that.
Load up the proper game here.
Yeah. He did run around and he unplugged something with our mic, so the second hour of what we recorded is all mostly buzzy. Like, you can still hear us, but it sounds like, when a mic jack is touching something metal, so it's just
This one? Because I thought we loaded this one last time.
Which one was the Holland play?
I feel like that was our last one.
I think so too,
Maybe
because I
just-
don't recognize
we need
it.
to
So
fix this goddamn date.
yeah, I know. Oh, I think it's 2005 for some reason. Just because I haven't had Xbox Live in almost 4 years.
But it was kind of disappointing because we finally got around to sitting down with Dylan and we were all kind of tired a bit.
Tired, hungry.
So it didn't turn out quite what we were hoping for.
Well, hopefully we'll do a new one.
So we owe you guys a proper Let's Play with Dylan because usually he's a lot more witty than we
And
got.
without distractions, because
Dylan.
that was the problem. Is all three of us were kind of dealing with a dog,
No,
and it
not
added
to,
it added some humor. But
not to say that Mac was a problem, but maybe next time we should do it away from Mac. I mean, we get distracted by cats here, but not quite as distracted as we were getting with Mac.
nope.
Alright, anyway, I guess I'll just jump right into the paint job.
Yeah, our minor goal for this gameplay right now is we're gonna go to the heart of Liberty City. See how long it takes to do that. Oh,
jump
actually,
out,
I
don't
thought
jump
I
out,
thought
don't
you
jump
were.
Alright, where you gotta go?
What's up, buddy?
You know homeless people.
Lawyers.
Fuck!
Oh yeah, you got the job interview.
Shh, I gotta take this call.
Shyster.
Yeah, that could be fine. Don't get out.
Super.
I mean, the guy's screaming, but he seems pretty chill.
That sounds
Right.
too much like a former employer of mine.
But. Alright. Fuck.
So that's gonna be two really intense missions you gotta do.
I mean, the lawyer one isn't as bad. I can do that one pretty quick. I just gotta make sure I can get there on time. Alright. Let me figure out how to get back on track here. How do I get on the right direction? I'll set for that bridge. Eventually it'll switch.
Can find. There you go. An opening.
You fuck.
So today
Yeah,
we went to go. Well, actually,
Well, I guess
start
you
with-
can start with that. Start with your thing.
The funny thing we saw happening
Yeah,
today.
an interesting
we got-
thing.
We went to the. So we have our daily,
Fuck you.
if not daily, usually just a ritual where we'll go to the gas station and get ourselves some slushies almost every day.
Speedway goers.
And,
Speedway membership.
We got stuck in like some sort of traffic jam, and then when we finally got up to the gas station, we saw that there were like 2 cars getting carried away and like one big ass truck with a
Police
trailer on the
all
back
over
of
the
it
damn
and
place.
cops all over the place. So obviously this dude in the truck had crashed into a bunch of people.
Yeah,
and
our younger
fucked
brother
up all their
Joey,
cars.
who works at that Speedway. As soon as we
Yeah.
walk in, he comes up to us and tells us how this truck plowed into 2 cars and a bike.
Yeah. And it all happened before he got there, so he didn't see it. He just showed up when the cops showed up.
Don't know if anybody died.
So, no, everybody's okay. But then, there's a lot of cops there. I guess a couple people were getting arrested for, smarting off the cops and
It's
stuff like
various shit.
that.
People,
And
people being dumbasses, they don't.
it's like
Right,
people
Because
who
our cops here aren't really the violent, like, just shoot
Nah,
you on
they're-
impulse type. They're more just kind of the occasional dickhead,
yeah,
But
and-
generally, if you just don't give them attitude, they don't give you any.
yeah. Like
That's
I
kinda
know
what
a
you get.
couple of them. I roll with one at jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. He's
So we-
he's a funny dude, but you push him the wrong way, he'll put you down. He's a cop.
Yeah, we got some shit
So-
cops, but generally, for the most part, our cops here in town are pretty decent.
So
But
I guess later after we left and we got home, the specific cop that I know from jiu-jitsu, he met up. He went inside to get some stuff, and he was talking to our brother, and told him that the guy who wrecked, well, he's a straight up meth dealer.
yeah, here in Indiana, I believe we could get higher by now, but we're the 5th state in meth.
Well, I think we're bigger into our town is specifically for some reason booming with heroin.
Yeah, heroin's becoming a
So,
big problem.
which
but
is
for the
not
longest time,
surprising.
we were a big meth capital of like
'Cause,
just trucking shitholes.
We knew, unfortunately, I know a lot of people from my graduating class who are huge into heroin and
Yeah, know a
stuff
couple
like that.
people who've died from it. Just you wake up one day and this person's also dead from an overdose. It's like, well,
Yeah.
god damn it.
So yeah, apparently, they caught this guy. He kept telling him, "Nothing's in my truck. Nothing's in my
Oh,
truck."
don't look in the truck bed as
I
he's
know,
staring
and
at the
he's
truck
staring
bed.
at the truck.
Oh
bed.
shit! No!
Oh no
No!
Pull a transporter. That's what I always like doing.
Oh, you fuck! My ride.
Peggy.
Time is it? Ah, come on.
It's
It's 0 o'clock. I'm taking your bike.
So anyway, so the cops obviously, the guy tells them not to don't look in my truck. So they're gonna look in his truck. They look in his truck. They find a scale just caked with meth, and then they find a shit ton more meth. And then he tries to tell them like, "Look, I'm not actually doing the meth. I'm just selling it."
I'm a supplier.
And then they're
Well,
like, "Oh, well, that's worse,
Yeah,
right?"
yeah,
And his
doing
reaction
that-
was, "Wait, what?" Like some people were pretty unbelievable.
It's pretty incredible.
Like our town, we got white trash,
Some of the sharpest,
hardcore white trash.
sharpest tools you ever meet. But I don't think any sort of like resisted arrest shit happened, as far as I know. I think the guy
No,
was
just
too dumbfounded by the fact that he committed a worse crime than he thought he did. That he just kind of let it happen.
he's either playing dumb or he is genuinely dumb.
Where am I going? I gotta just fucking kill time until I'm able to do something. So I guess Gray, because I know this is not the Clifton Bell. This is the dude at the paper place or whatever.
I think
And that's
his
gonna
mission
be-
is a quick assassination, though, isn't it? You go to a guy's house and investigate, see where he's gonna go, and then you chase him a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not quick because you got to chase him.
So
But
if you want to do that one, you can. Smooth.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't
Because
feel
you got
doing
like
that
you
shit
got
right now.
two really intense missions coming up.
I know, but they're both available at like the same time.
Well, I think one should be during the day, the other one's in the evening.
Yeah. I'll just do some driving around until the game eventually gets to its. Okay, it's been an hour and a half.
So, God damn it, dude, I'm a fucking idiot. So, like I said, I was playing the
This
Force.
can only end well.
I was playing the Force Unleashed for one of our Let's Plays.
Nice.
And then I wanted to beat the game so I could
I was asleep when
Go
this
back
happened,
and
so I
play
didn't even
through
see
it.
this.
and play through with like the new costumes, and I even
Unlocked a bunch of shit.
it took me a long time, but I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. And
Really went
then my dumbass thought that this is one of the I mistaken it for because I've never beaten the Force Unleashed before.
Really?
I've never beaten it, so I finally beat it. Like I actually beat it, and God fucking damn, I don't know how many times.
Let's just say it's not a New Game Plus game.
Like I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was, but I didn't. Because it doesn't make any sense to just like
it
beat
should
the
be.
game and then I have to load it up every time and then just go to mission select. Like I thought it was going to be a new
Yeah,
game
like,
plus where I
'cause
could just
that-
like play through it again.
Well,
and
because I think
my
on the
stats will-
PlayStation it was. On the PS2 it actually was New Game Plus. Because I
It's-
remember replaying the full game with like new costumes and shit.
beats me.
What the fuck?
Then again, you also played Force Unleashed 2 more than I did, so
Did I? I've only played Force Unleashed 2 once.
I've never even I played
Sure
through
it's not
like
Tracy
the
you're thinking
beginning
of?
of it and then I stopped playing it
don't
because I
remember
didn't like it
getting
as
that
much.
far. I might have beaten it only because it was short, but yeah, I don't remember playing it once.
So
Ray's a beautiful man.
So yeah, obviously, what it came down to, I accidentally saved over my game and lost everything that I had worked for.
Yeah, I've spent damn near an entire half a
And
day.
I'm
Wasted.
playing it again, and I'm all the way on the second to last level again. And I kind of stopped because then I remembered that one thing I really wanted to do for a Let's Play is to play the downloadable content, like the fighting Boba Fett, hunting Luke Skywalker, hunting Yoda.
Yeah.
And the only way I would be able to do that is if I transferred my shit over to the Xbox One or gave Erica money to buy that stuff for me.
Yeah.
But then I remembered Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition exists, and I think it has all of that stuff. So I'm like, fuck, I need to just buy that. But if I do that, I have to start all the way over again. And if I do that, I'm gonna be doing that on my own time, like with my own Xbox instead of using her Xbox.
Can you not
because
just like play the downloadable content, or
I would.
do you have to like play through the game and?
I would rather
unlocks the
buy a
content?
whole new game than buy all the downloadable content separately.
Yeah.
So, because like all those, and there's not. It's not only that. There's like Jedi Temple missions where you go to the Jedi Temple a couple times, because some of those missions are in the PS2 one. So like between every other level in the PS2 version, you go to Coruscant and you go to the Jedi Temple and do some stuff. But that's not in the 360 version. 'Cause the PS2 version's like got a lot of
so much
stuff.
What am I doing? Am I doing the? Oh, okay.
But
This
anyway,
is also kind of a long.
I don't want to
mission.
get back
Oh,
on the
well.
Star Wars topic when we're not playing a Star Wars game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I was telling Tommy, I was talking to Tommy because E3 Sony has really done pretty great this year with their announcements on games and stuff. So they're showing us this new samurai game.
Oh, cop! Oh shit! Oh, dicks!
So they were showing off this new samurai game, and dude, I was like fixated. Like
Shit!
first
I was looking
glance.
at my phone.
That's right, you don't look at your phone, kids.
I was trying to put in cheats to fix the bike. Not worth it. It's only 1 star. They can't. You ain't got nothing on me.
Tommy shared the video for it, the gameplay footage for this
You fuck.
game. And I commented, I was saying, man, dude, this looks like a game I've been waiting for a long time that like I didn't know I needed.
Yeah.
And then he was saying, I just kind of wish it was a lightsaber instead of a sword. And I'm like, well, man, that's why I've been replaying The Force Unleashed, because, you know, the game is buggy as fuck, but
Yeah,
it's one of a kind.
Because I only played like the first few missions of it, and it actually wasn't that bad. But Afro Samurai.
No, I mean, I have it. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause I remember I played
through
your
it and
copy of
I
it.
stopped after a bit, though, because I got stuck somewhere, and I just didn't feel like continuing. But, yeah, we'll have to play that
That's
sometime.
good. It's been a while since I've played that.
So then I took
Well, I'm here, so...
I took a moment to tell Tommy, because he was saying he loves The Force Unleashed 2 and stuff like that, and then I took a moment to be like, hey, dude, you should totally watch our Let's Play of The Force Unleashed. And
Pimp.
And
use the text that Ray sent me to find this guy.
I was going to say, he's right there.
I'm just a good friend of his. Thank you. No.
I don't know if you can kill him because he's the one who...
Keep your mouth shut.
He's the one who
Keep your mouth
calls
shut.
Teddy and tells him, hey,
Keep
some
your
dude came
mouth
looking
shut.
for you.
Keep it shut. Keep it shut.
The camera angle drastically changes. That's going to lead into another topic here in a second. But yeah, what it came down to is I invited Tommy
That's
to...
why I play games like this.
I invited Tommy to do a Let's Play with us sometime whenever we get Dylan again.
Yeah.
And
It's been a
invite
while since
Tommy
I
on
hung out with
a
Tommy.
Star Wars thing. Because
he could go. We
Tommy's one of our
debate
other...
the thing with him.
Let's not. Let's just keep it on Star Wars.
But, yeah, well, let's see why I play games like this. There's a segue. Who am I? What are you doing here?
Who do you
It's
think
like-
you are?
so-
I am.
I'm not a violent person. I wouldn't say that you or me really are.
Mm.
Really, like, we're, for
Not
the most part, I
really.
think most people would say that we're laid back, you know, like, pretty cool
I was gonna say,
tempered, patient, like,
you
never
gotta
really,
be careful.
not types to, like, get into fights. You do a bunch of jujitsu, but, no.
And it's therapeutic. Jiu-jitsu is very therapeutic.
But generally, it's like, we don't just fucking flip out for no
Oh
reason
yeah,
or
we don't.
whatever.
We're not like one of those assholes. It's just like, oh, I'm
But
just gonna get into a
it's
fight.
like-
What, are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
Ooh,
This
shit,
way-
dude, got blood squirting out his knee.
Oh, jeez.
I'd be careful on this mission because I remember this one being like,
yeah.
these fuckers are sneaky as hell.
But this one I wanted to just kind of throw out today was, I feel like just past few years, my patience just gets lower and lower. You know,
Yeah,
I start to lose my cool more. I try to be super chill and just zen, you know, about everything. But goddamn, do you ever just find yourself getting so mad at like nothing?
Well, yeah,
Like just
I mean,
pent up rage just suddenly just snaps, and like you're trying to still be cool, but like you want to pop off on someone.
this is, I mean, yeah, because it's been a hard couple weeks since, you know, just, yeah, I recently lost my job, and I didn't deserve to lose it, honestly.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty upset about that. I'm not going to go into the details, but yeah, let's
Yeah, it's
just
some dumb
say
shit.
I got, like, you know, pinned for something, and it's like, this wasn't my fault.
It's the stuff that you would get, you know,
So-
rightfully frustrated at certain people.
It's been really hard to stay calm about it.
So that's kind of like my thing with the like you like right now you've got a pretty good reason to be irritated. You know,
Yeah.
just kind of frustrated at people and just situations and whatever. But like, I don't know, like
It's in the hallway.
that's what I wonder a lot. Just and I think about myself, where I'm like, currently anyway, like is kind of like a different point in my life than what I'm used to, where things are just kind of alright.
I think the
you know,
guy
for the
comes out
most
the
part.
closet.
Like making money, got a job, got the, you know, the apartment and everything. Like everything's for the most part still pretty cool. I have no reason to get angry at things, and yet I gotta wonder if maybe just
He's
what
he's
was it?
up.
Yeah, he's up here somewhere.
Well, he's just gonna keep moving, dude.
Yeah, but his buddies are all over the place.
I would pull out a different gun.
But fuck, what was I gonna say? Just like I wonder if like my mind just has to find things to get fucking angry about when I'm like not in that sort of place in life to get mad at things. Oh, Nico. Which is like again why I play video games like this so I can let out some of that anger when it hits me at times. It's like things I'm noticing
Jesus
this
Christ.
week though. Like I'll just be in a pretty good mood. Like I'm all right now. But then just the smallest things will just suddenly set me off, and I just.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's so frustrating. I've been trying to pinpoint the things that are getting me irritated this week, and I can't find anything like reasonable because it's all like.
Okay, you just about went with him.
Like
That'd be
this week, it's
hilarious.
just,
See
you know,
suddenly you two.
things like I'll be cleaning a room or whatever, and then somebody else will come in and start cleaning the room with me, and I'm just like, it just
Do you
starts to
fucking
itch
mind?
from the back of my mind all the way to the front till it's just on my face and I can't hide it, and I still gotta be like, it's cool, whatever,
Yeah.
to myself and to anybody if they ask me, and I'm like, but it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I got this. I know how to clean it. Just leave me alone. Let
It's
me
like,
do it my way.
this
I
bill-
watch you clean. I get I'm like physically irritated because like you're doing it wrong. You're doing the same thing I'm doing, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like I gotta go back and redo it. It's just little things like that, or like Erica came to pick me up from work the other day, and she was like just waiting for her chance to turn because a bunch of traffic was coming by, and this one woman was waiting at the intersection too, like going forward while she's trying to turn this way.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it's like this woman showed up after Erica did because I saw her pull up and everything. So it was Erica's turn to go. She had the right of way, and this person went ahead and just gave her the wave, like, go ahead. And then as she turned, her passenger just looks over and is like staring at her, but is like locking eyes with me because I'm like right there, and just
Yeah.
fucking flips her off. And it was one of those. I want to go over to that woman and just ask
Like, what the
Why?
fuck is your deal?
what the fuck is what do we do exactly? What are you pissed about? And fuck you. Our time that like we went to go see Logan in the theaters, we were just standing there, you know, and like in the fucking popcorn line or whatever.
that mom.
And like we're just standing there, I'm talking to Joey and talking to Dad a bit, and the line literally somebody just moved, like a second like went by between the person moving up in line and a new spot opening so I could get and like go into the concession, get what I wanted. And in that second that spot in the line was open, this woman behind me was just like, move. And it was kind of the first time in my life that I was just suddenly just so filled with rage that I actually turned on her and shot her a look, and Joey, I think, might have had to, like, get my attention away from her. Because I was about
Yeah,
to
it
start
happens.
yelling. Like,
Yeah, and then another example, except for this was reasonable.
are you going to talk about Tracy's
Tracy's
graduation?
graduation.
Yeah.
That
Where-
was reasonable.
It was
That
kind of the opposite thing, where
Ooh,
I was
boy.
trying to be the chill Zen one, and I'm like, Joey,
Yeah,
they're not worth it,
Joey-
Joey. Just don't let them bother you. We're having
Well,
a good
dude,
day. 'Cause-
man, I was getting set off too because just that I didn't hear what was going on. I didn't
was
hear the
literally-
mom.
So it's one of those.
I turned around in time for the grandpa. I'm assuming the
pretty sure
grandpa
it's the
turns.
Dad. They were both old fuckers.
I turned around just in time to hear him be like, "Shut your mouth!" And I'm like, "What the fuck? Who are you talking to? You better not be talking to my brothers because I am sure they didn't do anything to
'Cause all it
deserve
was
that
is like-
statement."
Joe, our other brother Tracy, he just graduated from college.
Yeah.
So we were at his graduation. We were sitting up in the balconies in a pretty high spot. We made sure that we got an area that was kind of away from everybody else. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, we
We moved up 2 or 3 times because we just didn't want to be in a crowd. And the cool thing was both like, our dad and everybody else was like, "Oh hell yeah, let's keep moving." Like,
Yeah, we were having a good day, having a good time, and then like, graduation ceremonies for anybody who's ever actually been to one. There's the long hour
and this is
two
for
fucking
university.
sequence
This isn't just
of
high school.
them
This is
just
university.
People coming up and giving speeches, and like the guy who runs the school, and then some celebrity fucking whatever comes up to give a speech to, or this, that, the other thing. We got to acknowledge all this. So it takes forever for them to actually get to the point where they're saying names of the people graduating and giving them their shit.
Yeah.
In that meantime, Joey and me are literally just sitting here talking to each other, while like the other people around us are also just kind of mumbling to themselves. And
like
everybody's talking
next to
because
me and
everybody's
Dad,
bored.
there was a family next to me and Dad, since me and Dad were on the opposite side of you two. Like, and they had like a daughter watching some TV on her phone, and it was blaring. It was loud, and that whole family was being loud. But me and Dad didn't give a shit.
Wasn't
We're just
deal.
like, whatever. We're all chit chatting, talking about stuff.
Like really, no big deal.
Yeah.
Joey and me are just kind of talking. We're generally soft-spoken people, so we're talking, and we know that only us can hear each other. And this fucking family in front of us, just like, I start noticing that the mom is like looking back and just shooting us these looks or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, my interview.
Passive aggressive thing.
Oh shit.
Might want to mark it. Your map. Where is it? Oh, damn it.
Time to put on my sirens. But we're talking about him moving in with us and a lot of just kind of serious stuff because it's been a while since Joe and me had a chance to really talk to each other about
the wrong
things.
way already.
I'll get there. And
So, yeah.
eventually I just hear this one like, oh, some people are just so rude. It's like, I can't hear, even though the person talking and saying all the boring shit that nobody's paying attention to.
Massive speakers all around the stadium.
Yeah,
we were in a
everybody
stadium.
You could hear it all just fine. In fact, it was much harder to hear the people right next to you than it was to hear the dude talking. And again, it's a part that
making
nobody
jokes about stuff.
Nobody
like,
really
the
cares
dude's trying
about.
to be a comedian and
The
talk
people
about,
who care about it are the people that are up on stage, you know?
Yeah.
Until eventually I'm just like, is this woman talking about us? But I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, all right, I'll just try to get a little bit going back. Just kind of talk to Joey. I'm like, oh, they're a little bit bothered, but I'm not going to let it get to me because I know how to speak quietly. Continue talking, then eventually this woman just turns around and shoots us, like, just shoots and look at us, and it's just like, can you be quiet? Or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Just,
See, I
it's
didn't
like,
hear any of that. I didn't see that.
It's like,
So-
you're not supposed to be talking right now. Alright, we're just having our conversation. Just, like, literally just, like, we're just talking to ourselves. Like, sorry? And then she turns back around, and Joey and me are just kind of looking at her like, the fuck was that?
Okay.
Okay, anyway, let's just kind of, again, maybe lean a little bit further back. Because this woman, it's not like we're even right in front of her. She's like two or three rows down.
3 benches down. There was no way she should have been able to hear you guys unless she was eavesdropping.
Yeah, she would have had to have been straight up eavesdropping. But then she started bitching about it to her little fucking fat ass son.
I wouldn't say little. The dude was like 6 foot, probably
And her
like 300 pounds.
And her
So that
fucking
was
asshole
funny.
Husband.
Yeah, and
Until
that's when I
eventually
got
when, like,
pulled into the whole thing because then I heard the guy say,
but she
"Shut your
already
mouth."
yelled at us, so Joey and me can't help ourselves. We're like, I mean, like we just kind of start talking about her, but not anything rude. Just, were we bothering? Like, were we really being that loud? Because looking on these other people around us, they're just kind of talking about the fact that she popped off on us. We're testing to see more if she's actually eavesdropping on us or not. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it was. And then she gets mad again. Then her husband turns around, and that's where we get the. Wait, what you heard?
Yeah, he said, "Shut your mouth," and that's when I got.
Yeah, and that's
when
when
my
Mom stood
attention got
up
pulled, and that's when I was
started
like,
yelling.
I turned around and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Because again, I was in too much of a good
Why
mood
is
that
everything
day.
gray?
So I'm just like,
Well, I know you were having a laugh about it, and then Joey,
okay.
obviously,
And
this time Joey was the
I
one
take
like,
it more,
"What?"
I try to take it a little bit more like lighter, just like the fucking all right, whatever. But I don't plan on actually fucking shutting up.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
like,
of course, then
whatever,
that's
guy.
what provoked you and Joey to like just keep going, and
Yeah,
then
and then we start getting louder and making even more jokes. It's just like, geez, man, it's like some people are just so rude.
well, and then
you know?
there's the lady was like, that's when I heard her finally, and she turned and screamed like, stop talking, and then Joey's like, no.
Yeah, Joey
not
couldn't
going
help
to.
himself, and
And
I was
then-
afraid that Joey was gonna get up and start fighting.
Well, no, he was yelling, and then like that's when the big guy like stood up and turned around at us, and then I just shot him the dirtiest fucking look. I'm like,
Yeah, it became one of
"Ooh,
those things
fucking
where
try
he
it,
turns
buddy.
around, tries to
Try
turn and
it."
yell at us, but he hadn't actually gotten a look at the size of our group. Get out of my
Yeah.
way, bitch.
I know where the door is.
So then they actually start getting more like, or at least the son was more like, I'm gonna sit back.
I know
down.
that was the funny part. Is like I was staring him down. I'm like, oh please, dude, give me a chance,
Just give me a fucking reason.
because that'll be a hilarious story to go back to, Dylan with.
I don't know, because you haven't had a chance to actually jujitsu somebody in real life.
Well, and I'm not saying. Okay, let's clarify. I'm not saying I want to. I'm not saying that I'm looking for a reason to, break somebody's arm or
But I
choke
would
them
love
or
to see
something.
it.
But it's
Somebody
like,
had it coming, like those people.
give me a reason. Like, try to start a fight that is totally petty and like not necessary. Like, you want to get violent over something as stupid as your mom eavesdropping on a conversation and then your dad telling my brothers to shut their mouths even though they weren't doing anything.
It was like after they did that and we kind of got into a shouting match, or at least Joey.
Because then obviously mom started yelling at him
does
too.
not know how to chill in those situations. When, like, as she put it, her cubs are under attack.
Yeah.
So, but then the people around us are like, "What the hell's going on?"
I know.
And that was, I think somebody behind us is like, everybody's talking," and they started acknowledging it too,
Yeah.
where they're like, "Are they talking about us
The
or
whole-
just
the
them?"
whole
'Cause
goddamn
everybody
stadium.
fucking around us is
Yeah.
talking.
So then after a minute, everybody around us thought that they were being the ones that this family was getting pissed at. I was like, nope.
So then after
They
that,
just
we
decided
see
to
all the other
target
people
us.
around us are also confused and kind of finding it funny. So then Joey and me get louder and just like, "Oh man," like.
Obviously, every time.
I don't even remember. It's just
Every-
the whole.
Eventually, the
baseball,
fight.
man?
Eventually, the fighting stopped, and then
I like baseball because again, after they heard us getting louder and the people around us kind of on our side, they didn't have an argument left.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on. Okay, there's my escape path.
See, I don't know if you needed to actually kill him or not.
I don't know.
I've never actually gone through this mission and not killed him.
Escape before she gets here. Fuck! She just pissed herself. I
Out
was
the
never
window,
here.
dude! Out the window!
Oh shit! He killed her. He killed her.
You already broke that window.
There you go. Yes. Yes.